So Zelensky was not the only one who met with the president. As mentioned, British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer also met with the president and the vice president in the Oval Office.
Oh, this was a bit awkward for Keir Starmer.
I said what I said, which is that we do have, of course, a special relationship with our friends in the UK and also with some of our European allies. But we also know that there have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British. Of course, what the British do in their own country is up to them, but also affect American technology companies and by extension American citizens. So that is something that we'll talk about today at lunch.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom.
No, actually, we've had free speech for a very long time.
He actually did the meme. Two-tier Keir did the meme.
Time in the United Kingdom.
We might have done, but not anymore.
And,
No.
And it will
Not
last
anymore.
for a very, very long time. Well, no, I mean, certainly we wouldn't want to reach across US citizens, and we don't, and that's absolutely
And yet
right.
here you are
But,
trying to do
in
exactly
relation
that.
to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
And it is history because it's in the past, not the present.
We've had free speech for
Yeah.
a very, very long time in the United
You've
Kingdom.
had it for a
Really?
long,
Like
long
when
time,
a
not anymore.
54-year-old grandmother got a home visit from the Thought Police.
No, nobody's home. Go away.
And what did they want to grill her about? What dangerous vocal cord violation did she commit? Well, it was actually a Facebook post in which she, wait for it, criticised Labour councillors and said
Oh,
about one of them,
no.
quote,
She criticised Labour. She criticised her local Labour councillor. Dear, oh dear, however, is that Labour councillor going to go on? Saying, let's hope he does the decent thing and resigns. I somehow think his ego won't allow it. Not looking good for Sedgwick. Councillor Sedgwick, will you be resigning? Wow. That's all it takes to get a visit from the police these days. Makes me glad I don't live in the UK.
oh, let's hope he does the decent thing and resigns. That's it. That's literally it.
Yeah, she's just like, I'm not dealing with this shit. Go away.
Okay, we'll give you a call on your phone, okay? I'm not going to stand out here and not going to speak to you.
Police conceded the fifth.
I mean, you're welcome to stand out there. Actually, no, you're not. Get off my property. Go away. Police conceded... Oh, yeah, I think he's reading it.
54-year-old who committed no crime, yet Mrs. Jones says she has effectively been silenced by the officers as she was intimidated by them calling at her door and is too terrified to post on social media again.
Yeah, because... if she does it again, she's going to get another knock on her door from the police. She knows how the game is played. And all she's doing is saying, I don't like this local Labour councillor, and I think he should resign. And for that, she gets a knock on the door from the police. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. What's the name of this one? Let's go back here for a minute. For Heaton's Hub. Councillor Sedgwick. Yeah, Sedgwick. You're a fucking cunt. You need to do the decent thing and resign. I dare the police to come after me for that one. But oh, look at that. I'm not in their jurisdiction. Can't touch me. Though I would still say to Mrs. Jones, don't stop speaking out. If you're getting this much flack over telling a Labour councillor to resign, you're over the target. If it's really that easy to get him triggered, keep at it. Drive him absolutely mad.
Police conceded the 54-year-old who committed no crime, yet Mrs. Jones says she has effectively been silenced by the officers as she was intimidated by them calling at her door and is too terrified to post on social media again.
Yeah, this is one of those occasions where I will say, fuck the police. say what needs to be said anyway.
What was that again, Keir?
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Oh, you mean like in Scotland, where if you live anywhere near an abortion clinic, praying inside your own home near a window could be deemed illegal?
The land of my ancestors, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it has become. And to which I tell all Christians, all good Christian men and women, people of faith in Scotland, pray fervently, pray loudly at your windows. Dare these people to come after you. Just as in the days of the early church, in the days when the faith was first growing and spreading all throughout the land. Remember that blessed are those who are the persecuted, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. God sees and remembers the martyrs of faith. And you will be rewarded for your faith.
I should be really clear. Praying in of itself is not an offence under this bill. We are not banning prayer.
Yeah, you kind of are.
Under the Act.
Performative prayer. If you're standing at a window with your hands together in front of your face in that classic kind of, that classic image of prayer, if you're standing at a window so people can see you, then could it be interpreted as an offence?
That then depends on who's passing the window and whether anybody
so he's not
can
wrong,
actually...
is he?
No, it's not wrong. But I'm sorry, fuck the Scottish government. They're all cunts. You go up and stand at your window, and you pray fervently. Make an open display of it. Dare these people to come after you. And yes, I'll go so far as to say you have every right to resist these people. Anything that goes so willingly and so flagrantly against the faith like this and violates the universal human right to freedom of religion is an unjust, illegitimate law, and the people are well within their right to completely disregard the law and disobey it, and resist those who are trying to enforce it. Fuck these ungodly heathens. Damn them all to hell.
Praying outside near an abortion clinic? Oh no.
Are you standing to be part of the protest?
No. I'm not protesting.
Are you praying?
I might be praying in my head.
So I'll ask you once more, will you voluntarily come with us now to the police station?
No, she's not going anywhere with you. That's what I would say. She's not going anywhere with you. She's got nothing to say to you. You lot can just fuck off. You're all cunts. Bunch of goddamn bootlickers. The lot of you. Take your fucking yellow safety vests. And take your fucking Vauxhall Astra in your gaudy yellow and blue colouring and get the fuck out of here. Fuck all the way off with your fucking bullshit, you cunts.
me to ask you some questions.
Lock her up.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Or how
Yeah,
about the
you're-
case
you're
of a
real
man
proud of that,
jailed for
aren't you,
sending
Keir?
offensive emails to politicians. He got 28 weeks in the slammer and a 5-year restraining order. The Labour MP who viciously and repeatedly punched someone in the head on the street, suspended sentence.
A suspended sentence for the next Labour MP. If you're on the left in Britain, you can get away with just about anything. I think if Amesbury had killed someone, probably would have gotten a reduced sentence. Clang bang, see you in 6 months, out for good behaviour. Probably could have even run again. And they would have been able to gay up him right back into Parliament. Absolutely unreal. I look at the land of my ancestors and I just say, you are not serious people. You are not serious as a country. If there's one thing I've learned from living in America, it's that you need a written constitution. That's one of the first things. But you also need a population that's willing to stand up to this nonsense.
Just so I'm clear about the British justice system, I can punch someone repeatedly in the head, but I can't post on Twitter that I'm going to punch someone repeatedly in the head.
Yeah, that's the long and the short of it. Well, and you have to put in the qualifier that you have to be a Labour MP. Or you have to be a part of some protected group. Some protected favoured group. Otherwise, yeah. Straight to jail, don't pass go, don't collect 200 quid. So yeah. Labour MP, protected minority, but native white Britain? Oh, no, 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 no. And God help you if you're a Tory or a member of Reform.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
They literally lock up people for Facebook posts, silent prayer, and grannies get police visits for telling politicians to resign. But yeah, we have free speech other than that. Exactly, Elon in the replies. The media's reaction to this was very interesting. Thanks to Ground News, the sponsor of today's video, I can instantly access every
Sponsor
story
time.
on it published worldwide and compare coverage. Look at how much this is a blind spot for the left, with a whopping 82% of coverage of Vance's confrontation with Starmer on free speech coming from right-wing sources, and only 14% left-wing, suggesting a clear bias to want to avoid focusing on the issue. And note the stark difference in headline choice. UK Starmer hits back at JD Vance on freedom of speech. Keir Starmer slaps down JD Vance after free speech snipe in front of cameras. Slaps down, really?
Yeah,
Compare
that
to
was not a
right-wing
slap
sources.
down. That was him doing the actually meme. And it didn't work, because nobody believes him. He's just trying to gaslight at this point.
Which describe it more neutrally and, in my view, more accurately as a spar or a clash. Ground News helps me track all this and shines a spotlight on misleading narratives. I use Ground News every day, and not just because they sponsor me. It's genuinely been a game changer. It helps me see through the noise, cut through the bias, and think for myself. You can check this out for yourself at ground.news/PJW. The link is down below. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed while scrolling through social media sites, trying to figure
Yeah,
out what's
it can be hard to
important,
keep
what's
up.
actually new content, and not old news. But Ground News helps dissipate all that clutter by giving me access to what matters in a clear format in one place, helping me stay informed of breaking news developments as they happen. And more importantly, what the media isn't covering, which could lead to blind spots. Ground News is essentially the Spotify of news, and I've found it to be an invaluable tool in shaping my daily news digest. So it's never been a better time to check out ground.news/PJW or scan the QR code on screen. They're currently offering my viewers 40% off the Vantage plan, which is the one I use for unlimited access. Crucially, they're independently owned and subscriber funded. Please support their mission to hold the media accountable at ground.news/PJW. The BBC fact-checked Vance, claiming his assertion that free speech infringements were taking place in the UK was without evidence. Without evidence, okay, you want me to go on?
Yeah, they always say that. There's always a little bit of editorializing with the so-called mainstream media. To where they say, they said something without evidence. As though, well, number one, bold of you to presume that we need to start making some sort of legal case every time we make an assertion like that. It's like, no, I don't really care, Margaret. I'm saying what I'm saying. I don't have to justify it to you or to anyone else. Looks, welcome in. Good to see you.
On another police home visit for a man who responded to an Islamic terror attack by posting, quote, "Christians must stand up."
Yeah, so I'm an Orthodox Christian. Now you've turned up at my house because I went and see my priest. So I'm going to get you all on film because this is going straight to my solicitor. So because I've questioned about the church not acting on behalf of Christians, you're now turning
sue the shit out of these people.
Assuming that I'm some right-wing nut.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Sam Mellier in prison for 2 years for distributing stickers criticising mass immigration. The stickers included the phrases "reject white guilt, it's okay to be white, and love your nation."
So in other words, we shouldn't reject white guilt, and it's not okay to be white, and you're not allowed to love your nation. Got it.
Lock him up.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
Same judge let off a literal nonce for having kiddie pics. Oh, apparently that...
Yeah, a nonce is British slang for a sex criminal, basically. Scary times. Yeah. If you live over in the United Kingdom, or if you live in Germany or most other Western European countries, yes, it is. I mean, they're cooked at this rate. This is... And they're always behind the 8 ball, too. Stubbornly digging in their heels when the vibe has shifted. The culture is now against this sort of thing. And it's hard to go back. And that's a good thing, too. People want to be able to express what is on their mind. And yes, freedom of speech includes the freedom to be an arsehole. And sometimes, to get real change in this world, you've got to be the arsehole in the room and say the uncomfortable things that people may not like or get offended at.
That's protected speech.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
But the 61-year-old man who chanted, "Who the fuck is Allah?" and told police officers, quote, "You're not English anymore," outside a protest in Downing Street. 18-month prison sentence.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
All he was doing was asking a question. Who is Allah? Who the fuck is he? But apparently we're not allowed to ask that question anymore. At least not in the United Kingdom.
Lee Dunn guilty of racially aggravated social media posts. Sounds really bad. What were they? A bunch of...
Dunn had posted 3 separate images. One showed a group of men, Asian in appearance. In other words, Arabian at a crab fair in 2025 with the caption, "Coming to a town near you." Second also showed a group of men, Asian appearance, again, Middle Eastern, leaving a boat onto Whitehaven Beach. Had the caption, "When it's on your turf, then what?" Final image showed a group of Middle Eastern men wielding knives in front of the Palace of Westminster. Also a crying white child in a Union flag t-shirt. Also captioned with the wording, "Coming to a town near you."
Of boomer tier AI memes showing Asian men with the caption, quote, "Coming to a town near you." That's it. 8 weeks in prison, lock him up.
8 weeks in prison for basically using Grok or ChatGPT AI image generation.
Proud of our free speech in the UK.
Derek Heggie.
Yeah, I'm sure you're so proud of that too, Tier. Yeah, you're so proud of that. Fuck you.
Making racially aggravated comments during a YouTube live stream. Wow, these vocal cord vibrations must have been particularly abhorrent. What were they? He said, quote, "Young white girls are being raped by these grooming gangs."
So, statement of fact? Got it.
But that's true. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. 10 months in prison, lock him up.
I'm very proud of
10 months in prison for telling the truth.
free speech in the UK.
Thousands of arrests every year for mean tweets. 250,000 non-crime
Thousands,
hate
think of that.
incidents recorded across England and Wales. The vast majority of which are for free speech, which the victim deemed to be offensive. Police home visits for Telegraph columnists during which
A journalist from the Telegraph faces Kafkaesque investigation over alleged hate crime.
they won't even tell her who complained or what offensive thing she supposedly said. Efforts to ban controversial conversations between employees in pubs. But yeah, free speech in the good old UK is thriving, according to Sir Keir.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
At one point last year, they were locking up so many people for speech crimes. Actual violent criminals had to be released to make room for them all. The UK Police Commissioner even threatened to extradite US citizens and jail them in the UK.
I thought that was so laughable. We'll come after. Yeah, I would love to see you try. I would love to see you try.
UK for mean words online. They were also literally arresting people for being wrong on the internet.
A woman has been arrested by Cheshire Police in relation to an inaccurate information on social media about the attacker in the Southport murders.
But don't believe you're lying, guys. According to Sir Keir, none of that ever happened. According to Starmer, this is all just fantasy. And in reality, for free speech in the UK, it's a literal fucking golden age.
I'm very proud of our free speech in the UK.
What an absolute shit show. The absolute state of Britain. Again, grateful that I live in exile here in the US. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. If you have any thoughts, questions, or ideas for future videos, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. You can also follow me on Twitter @LordRexworth for more updates and behind-the-scenes content. And if you want to support the channel, check out my Coffee or Throne pages. Links are in the description. Finally, be sure to visit LordRexworth.com and follow me across all platforms. That's LordRexworth.com. Until next time, I wish you all the best, and God bless.